to be angry.
I'm a minority of a minority, stripped from the womb
called other.
You won't find me in your black and white textbooks, so where do I acquire the knowledge that you won't find in the back of the index?
Is my voice regulated to inserts and leaflets, society's rejects, destined to walk these steps?
Immigrant.
Marginalized.
Assimilated.
Forgotten.
Up from the bottom, shattering a half-fast PC jargon. In the 09, there's no time to bargain. World War II veterans brought to your Capitol steps.
Where did it rap?
My great-grandparents knocked. You think 4 generations later we'll still be knocking?
Because I exist.
Because my anger is mine.
Because I want to.
Because I need to.
I speak with 2 tongues, but I'm searching with
One voice.
I owe no debt to society. Filipino American culture society was
It's our society.
I guess away from anxiety, I refuse to acknowledge abstract claims of a brain drain.
Colonial mentality.
Americanization.
Don't call yourself an activist because you're part of an organization. It's really not a multicultural socialization.
And don't call me an activist just because I work alongside sisters and practices. Masters, defining will be an activist. Who shackle wrists, who snap at this, bring us back like cracking whip, jumping off of Spanish ships.
Whatever happened to education?
Oh, how I have learned that this isn't activism, this is realism in some sort of rhythm. All encompassing, we lack the precision, act with precision, our message is lacking division. I take back my mission to continue
my indigenous years of sit the plows, visa slips, and fresh off the boat slaying. I use these cultural tears to wipe out the blood from my spear and put down my phobia. Strapped to my vocals that have yet to find their place in
Manila Bay,
Stockton,
New York,
Seattle,
Virginia
Beach. Settled here in America in 1989. You see, my mother never studied medicine and my father wasn't in the Navy.
But my father is in the Navy, and my mother is a nurse.
My father filled FAFSA forms while I filled foster forms. All I had were dreams to perform, from culture nights to conference dorms. To lock in, speaking for freedom, still I feel locked in.
We're still locked in our little cages, locked in as American, dealing with so many races. As a second generation, there's a gap between us and we still
don't know icons of struggle carrying the indistinct tones of a homeland unfolded.
Because you see, where I come from, I never knew much outside the baggy breakdance flares and street fights, corner and street-like philosophies of just trying to survive. Where my culture resided in the memories of parents who couldn't survive the translation of defining
Asian America.
Or Asians in America. And so in the absence of that history, we created our past out of blanket tents and gang signs.
But settling for less is out of the question. Young blood,
rise up!
Speak your mind. What do we have to do for them to take us seriously?
What does it take to be brown?
Mixed blood, they say I'm not down enough. They say he's not brown enough.
And when he talks, he don't sound like us.
He's not
brown like us.
Full blood, they say I'm not brown enough. Raising the States, they say I'm not around enough. Chasing the street dreams of black and white teens, emitting brown from the color streams to live the American dream, instilling me outside the Philippines.
But you see, I still believe in the Philan dream to return to the scene to see what we haven't seen behind historical, geographical, political schemes. Because these immigrant dreams are bursting out the seam.
And this is a homecoming where we bridge yesterday with tomorrow. Conference of colleges, resumes, recommendations, education. Maybe I wouldn't think that going to school was a waste of time.
Diverse past stem from the fact that classrooms lack flashbacks of our past, forming a foundation on how we should interact.
Because seriously, our people need help.
Separated by situations that we can't even manage, I try to help my people, but I can't speak their language. Fresh off the flight, unpacking my cultural baggage, plus saloon bombs, these gifts that are welcoming to my home of tracked out plastic runners leading you to a heart of a broken family.
My parents never actually knew what was going on until I introduced them to this. It was all a mirage until I introduced them to facade. To broaden the spectrum, we took our life and put it into a story. Heard stories from the past and gave them something new.
From East Coast
to West Coast, to mainland to homeland.
Spain sold the Philippines to the United States for $20 million, thus ending 300 years of Spanish colonization. This was quite a bargain for the United States.
Because if you knew about our history...
No Filipinos allowed, motto minority, I hotel, white man's burden, third world country, rise and boxing, subservience burden, I hotel, white man's burden, no Filipinos allowed, third world country, white man's burden, third world country, subservience people, no Filipinos allowed.
Shut up!
These scrambled eggs.